Hello YouTube and welcome to AnTREXon Gaming. There's a guy that just went through me because that's normal in Skyforge, the American version of the Russian MMORPG that came out very recently. The open beta has just started on July 16th, 2015, and I decided to take a look at it just to see how it's different from the Russian version. What I really like so far is the voice acting. They actually have really good voice actors in this game so far. There's some really nice sounding American and British voices, and other than that, the game is actually quite similar. So if you've never heard about this game, what it is it's an MMORPG that is not based on a world per se. It's more of a instance-based MMORPG where basically your main emphasis is on character progression. So in the beginning, when you start the game, after you create your character, after you finish the tutorial, you will get to choose between 3 different classes. There's the Lightbringer, which is sort of like the healer, Paladin is more of a tank, and Cryomancer is ice-based DPS. These are your 3 initial classes. You can choose between them on the fly. Basically do this and my character will change into Cryomancer. Now I'm a DPS. And the beautiful thing about this game is that it doesn't limit you at all in terms of character creation. And as you progress, you gain character points, which you can then spend on unlocking. Let me see if I have it unlocked already. There's a huge character tree in this game, very similar to games like, oh my god, look at all the spam. That's actually one negative I wanted to add. There's a lot of spam already. People are selling stuff, crazy amount of stuff that it shouldn't be here. But you know what, it's still open beta. I'm sure they're still not moderating it to full extent. But anyway, so yeah, unfortunately I cannot show you the tree yet because I think it's not actually unlocked to me yet. It will unlock after I finish the first level, I think, but I cannot see it yet. So anyway, so let's keep playing. Look at all the spam in the window, oh my god. I do have to finish my first mission, so yes, this is a game that's based on instances where you go from one mission to another, and some of those missions actually are in very large worlds already, so it will take you quite a few hours to finish some of those, but nevertheless, there's no world map. I mean, there is a map and there's a world, but it's not a world map that you may have been used to from games like World of Warcraft. So there's, I think I have to go here somewhere. Yes, I have to go to Divine Observatory. So let's go and start our first quest. And while I'm going to my first quest, let me just add that one thing I forgot to mention is that you're not limited to those 3 classes. If you pay money, and that is if you buy premium, or if you play a lot and you grind a lot of experience points, you can unlock other classes. I believe there's a total of 14, possibly 16 classes. Some of them are absolutely awesome. There's like ninja-like class, there's a witch, there is a guy with a huge gun, and the gunner is actually, that was my favorite class in the Russian version. Unfortunately, gunner takes about maybe 2 months of playtime to unlock because there's a lot of character points you have to acquire in order for you to unlock him, or in my case, her. But that's actually what makes this game awesome. It is kind of fun to play, it's very casual. And it's based more on unlocking characters than anything else. So anyway, so let's start the first quest.
Excellent choice. Each combat school is more than just a set of skills. It is a special path, a philosophy.
Alright, thank you for that. And this is just to show you that the voice acting is pretty good. At least I think so. So let's skip this and move on to our first mission.
Listen. Do you hear that? Millions of voices are calling to us for help, begging us to save them, here in the observatory. Their prayers reach our ears. We are gods, but not almighty. But it is in our power to save lives, eliminate threats, and offer hope. Go. Aelion is waiting for you.
And what you just saw was essentially how this game works. There's a world map right there. I'm not sure if it's Earth or not. I guess it's not because there's 3 planets, 3 moons orbiting around it. But you were essentially a god. You're an immortal that has just been reborn from being a human. And your job is to save the world, of course, by doing missions. By going to this map right here, right now.
Go to Deadkit Island.
Thank you.
Select
Thank you.
this region on the map and confirm that you wish to go there.
Oh, thank you, madam. So yes, eventually you'll unlock a lot of these missions. They'll be actually all over the map, all over the place, and they'll have different color because some of these give you red experience points. Some of them will give you blue, and some of them will give you green. That's because there's various experience points for various talents that you need to unlock. I also need to... Oh, I can't really show it to you yet. I was gonna show you how the skill points works, but let's just do this first. So this is your first island you have to go to and finish, and this is basically how the game will work in a nutshell. And here you go. So this is the map. This is a very tiny island in comparison to some of the other lands you unlock later on. So essentially, you are right here, and you have to finish all of these mini missions, mini quests. You don't really have to finish all of them, but you have to finish just enough to progress through the story and to unlock other areas. Now, this is how it works in the beginning, while the game teaches you how to basically play. But essentially, once you finish this island, once you finish everything here, you'll unlock a bunch of other things. So let me just finish this, because this is actually technically still considered to be a tutorial, and I'm not actually playing the game yet. Oh yeah, and this is the important part. This is how it's going to work for you for the most of the game here. So you're playing this as a fighter type of character. Even if you're not a fighter type, you still have to fight. Even as a healer, you'll be fighting a lot. So the actual class only determines how you attack your targets. It doesn't determine your role. It doesn't determine anything else. Even though you can technically heal, for the most part, you'll be basically just fighting. Okay, let's collect this stuff. This is the experience points, and let's actually change the class. I'm going to change to Paladin just to show you what this is like. And once I finish the quest, I can just get my rewards right away by pressing F. Can I do this yet? No, I can't. Alright, so I have to kill a lot of these things, right? There we go. So the Paladin or the melee types are actually super fun to play in this game. And for some reason, the game actually allows you to use Xbox 360 gamepad, but not to attack with it. So you can actually move with the gamepad, but you won't be able to attack anyone. So that's a bit of a disappointment. So essentially, get used to seeing this a lot. You'll be fighting enemies over and over again, and if you don't like this type of gameplay, you may want to stop watching right now, because this is how the game works. This is very similar to games like Terra Online, but at the same time, it's also very similar to many action RPG games like what's the one that comes to mind right now? God of War, I guess. It's very similar to God of War. I personally find this fun. It's very refreshing. It's very different from other MMORPGs, and you do have to dodge. You do have to move around a lot. You have to try not to, you know, die too fast, and you will die in this game. And if someone joins you and starts fighting with you, they get as much experience as you do. So you don't really have to be wary of things like what do you call it? Kill stealing and other negative connotations that MMORPGs usually have, but there is quite a lot of really good things about this game. One specifically that comes to mind right away is the fact that you have a lot of really awesome combos for each and every class, and special abilities as well. You unlock them as you play the character. You don't actually get to unlock them right away. So even if you buy a character, a class, like if I were to buy a gunner right now, I would still have to unlock her classes by playing her for a few hours. So there's that as well, but it doesn't take too long to unlock all the class skills, and it's actually fun. So let me just skip to the part where I fight the boss, because you'll be seeing that a lot as well.
Wow, there are quite a lot of them. How did we miss this?
And
This must be where the attacks are coming from.
show you what it's like afterwards, after you finish your first mission. There he is. Oh, there you are.
The carrion leader looks pretty dangerous. Be careful.
Okay, I'll dodge more than usual. Is that what you mean by being very careful? Alright, cool. So the bosses in this game initially are not very tough, but as you start unlocking new missions, you get some really tough fights in there. Whoa. Hey, that is not fair. You're like level crazy high. Okay, so this guy just ruined it for me, you asshole. That is, I've never seen that before. Someone just coming in and killing someone, one-shotting someone. Don't expect that to happen a lot. That's...
Found something?
I mean, I still got the reward, but it just, he ruined...
Once you equip it.
Shut up. He ruined the fun for me. I actually wanted to have fun, but I didn't because of that asshole. Anyway, so she just told me to equip something, and this is the equipment that window that just got unlocked for me. So as you progress through this first level, you get unlocks and stuff that will actually that are not available to you right away, but they will get unlocked. So the way equipment works here is you get 2 different weapons, and you get trophies, which I actually didn't really get even in the Russian version. I don't know how to get them, and amulets and rings. So rings.
The pieces of equipment that you will find on your adventures might make you more powerful, or they might not. Life is a lottery.
And that is probably the only joke you see in the game. Life is a lottery. Or anyway, so this is how you basically make yourself more powerful, by equipping specific rings, specific weapons, and so on and so forth. There's really no other way for you to advance your strength and valor and luck, except for, of course, going through character class. Alright, so the game just unlocked the equipment bar for me, and this is what it looks like. So there's main weapon, which I still cannot equip because I haven't found any additional weapon. There's trophies and amulets. For some reason you can wear 4 amulets, and 4 rings. You'll actually find tons and tons of rings in this game, and usually this is how you make yourself more powerful, because these will add, like if you look here, these will add a specific value to my stats. So for example, if you're going for a paladin or a strength build, you may want to focus on strength. If you're going for, or also valor, because it increases your damage. If you're going for something like a rogue build, you may focus on luck, which increases critical damage. If you're going for a mage, you may want this spirit. So basically you'll need to vary your rings, vary your equipment, just to suit your character. So in this case, in this particular game, the equipment actually is relatively simple to understand. It's very, very easy, and you'll find a lot of different random drops everywhere. So on one hand, it's simple and it's effective. On the other hand, it never really made me attached to any of the things I found. So for example, if I find a really cool looking sword, it's just a thing that to increase my stats. And it never really lasts for, you know, longer than a day. I'll probably find something new after next mission. So equipment could use some work. I mean, I don't think it will change that much, but I personally like to be attached to my items. In this game, I was never attached to any of them. So this may or may not be a good thing for you. I do not know. But this is the bag. This is basically where you store all your stuff. You can unlock these with regular money that you acquire by playing a game. Basically, this will give you more space, or you can obviously use premium currency to unlock this as well. And the game has finally unlocked the beauty that this MMORPG has, which is essentially the skill tree. I wouldn't call it a skill tree, it's more of a skill monster. Initially, you only get this. This is essentially, if you've played Path of Exile, it will be very familiar to you. This is your skill tree for this particular class. Now, that is just the first one. After you finish the Paladin, or if you choose to finish the Paladin, you'll unlock the rest. You don't actually get to see it right away, so it might be deceiving that you actually think this is it. No, that is not it. After you play for about a day or so, you'll unlock the entire tree, which will be crazy, crazy large. That tree will just confuse the crap out of you, just like it does in Path of Exile. So the way this works is you acquire points, either generic points, which are this color, or specific color points, which are dependent on the class that you play as. So right now, if I get 50 green experience points by completing various missions, I'll be able to unlock bonus stamina, increasing my stamina and my proficiency. If I then unlock 50 blue points, I actually do have 50 green points, I can do it right now. There we go. If I then unlock blue points, I'll be able to upgrade my spirit. If I then have more red points, I can upgrade my... what is this? It's an ability. Yeah, I can unlock an ability for my Paladin. And so essentially this is how you progress and become more strong, by getting these points, these red, green, or blue points, and unlocking various skills and various talents. Now the thing is, you'll get these only by playing the game, by essentially going through various different missions. And if you're a premium member, you get more points than you would otherwise. So that's probably one advantage of getting premium, is that you'll collect these points quicker, and you'll level up quicker. The thing is, that is not it. First of all, there's like literally at least 12 of these trees, so unlocking all of them will be really hard. And on top of that, as you become more powerful, I think after maybe 3-4 months, you'll have enough points to unlock another tree called the Immortal Tree. And that's just yet another complex tree that will make you even more powerful when you actually become a god. Now, this game is absolutely ridiculously one of the more complex MMORPGs I've seen in a really long time. It's even more complex than Path of Exile in terms of how you can advance, how you can become stronger. Now, in that sense, I actually really like and I appreciate how they did this. It's very awesome in that you can create a character that you want to play. You can create anything you want from scratch. Quiet. What capsule? Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know what that is. And oh, I can use it? I can't. Did that give me something? Ooh, it gave me a reward. Okay, cool. Trying it on. So anyway, so yeah, very complex. Unfortunately, I cannot show you in the American version yet the actual tree size. You can watch my video from the Russian version where I actually did unlock it. And you know what? It just scared me. The first time I saw it, it really scared me because it was just too complex. But I love it. I really like it. So even if you don't really like anything else about this game, but you do want a complex RPG game, this is definitely it. This is where the game really shines, in that it allows you to create a character that you want to play. And the good thing is that you can just change these classes on the fly, but you may want to focus on one class initially. So either choose a Paladin, which is a tank class that also fights, a Cryomancer, which is a ranged DPS, or a Lightbringer, which is more of a healer but also has some damage. Alright, so what did I unlock? I unlocked something. I should have listened to the guy. I didn't listen. Now, these are the abilities you unlock as you progress the tree I just showed you, and then you can basically assign them to various keys. Unfortunately, you only have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Z, C, V, and R as your main class bar. What do you call them? Talents, abilities. So you can't really use that many buttons in this game, but that might be a blessing in disguise, because you know what? Seeing those old school button bars, skill bars from like World of Warcraft now kind of scares me. I don't know how I used to use them. I don't think I can do it anymore. I'm too used to having like 5 or 6. I played Guild Wars 2 for too long, so there you have it. Anyway, so let's move on. I think there's another quest for us. Alright, yeah, I unlocked another costume number 8. You do get these as you play the game, and you can actually buy them in the shop as well. I think this is the one I unlocked. Hey, cool, that's a cool look for her. But yeah, let's take a look at the premium store, or the premium currency store. So this is where you can buy these like blue diamond thingies, and they're relatively decently priced. They're not too expensive. And you can also exchange normal money that you get in the game for this currency as well. So there's actually going to be sort of like a, what do you call them? Guild Wars 2 like trade of premium currency for regular currency. So essentially, it's a good addition, I think. Basically, everything you can buy in a store, you can buy with regular money as you play the game. But unfortunately, I can't really see the store yet. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh yes, and you can also buy the premium that way as well. So you can actually use these diamonds to buy premium, or essentially you can use regular money, converting it to diamonds, and then use that to buy the premium. So that's actually a good addition. Basically, you can, if you play the game enough, you can get the premium for free. But what I was looking for is, for some reason, I do not see the store. Maybe it's not open yet. The Russian version has a very extended store that sells a lot of random stuff. Here, I don't really see it yet. Maybe it's not in the game yet. But yeah, the store here only has the cosmetic items. There's nothing in there that is pay to win. And in this game, you don't really need to respec. So there's no respecs. There's nothing else like that. The only thing you can buy with real money is character or classes. And those you can unlock by playing a game or by buying these diamonds as well. And the last thing I wanted to mention before I finish this review is there's another type of mission in this game that is essentially different from those maps that I showed you before. So the first mission you saw was just a map where you go around completing various quests, various tasks, and these do get very large. I think the biggest one I played on was, it took about maybe you know, a good 10 minutes to walk across it, so it was pretty big, like a kilometer or so in size. But there's also these other missions that are essentially very similar to games like Vindictus, where you go through a tiny map, timed map on top of that, with various difficulties, and I cannot select difficulty yet, I think. Oh yes, I can, but I need more prestige. Prestige is essentially how you measure levels in this game. So the higher this number is, the more powerful you are. So right now I can only finish it on hard, there's no normal, and if I complete it, I'll get 27 blue experience points as a reward. If I'm a premium, I get 40. So this is where you get to see that being premium allows you to advance a little bit faster. And you can complete this as many times as you want. Basically, you can grind these points, but you'll have to play this a very similar level. These actually change as you progress through the game, and also as you just, you know, stay logged in. Some of them will have timers, they'll only be available for a certain time. Sometimes you have special missions that you'll only get to play at a certain time of the day. But here we go. So this is our first level 1 to 3. It's called Factory 501. So let me show you what this is like. You can basically play this with a group, which is a little bit harder, or you can do it solo. Just for the sake of saving time, I'm going to play it solo. And there's intense music playing in the background. Music in this game is actually pretty awesome. I do enjoy the style of the music, and also the visual effects. Visually, this game is very stunning. But this is one of many missions you'll have to complete in this game. And I believe I have to talk to this guy.
Oh, thank heavens you're finally here.
Okay, thank you, sir. I don't want to hear anything else from you. So the mission is very simple. You go through the area, you can see the map if you want to, and you basically go to the last point where you get to fight the boss. All of them are very similar. There's really no difference in terms of what you have to do. Some of them will have side quests, some of them will have additional missions that will give you additional rewards, but for the most part it's just same thing over and over. Kill all the monsters, kill the boss, and survive. Even if you die, it's okay, not a big deal. If you're trying to basically compete with other people or yourself, you can also do the time run, which will give you even higher rewards, and play on higher difficulty, which will essentially make these monsters a little bit harder. But just for oh crap, some of them will actually self-destroy and they'll damage you. Just to save you some time, I'm gonna go through this really quickly, and you'll get to see how long this is. Usually takes about anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes to finish these. And depending on the boss fights are not very difficult, but they can be long. But also, just to change this a little bit, I'm gonna play as the character I haven't played as yet, which is the Cryomancer. Let's change to Cryomancer. And she's a little bit, in my case, or in my opinion, she's a little bit more fun because she does have a wider variety of skills. I also have to equip this, and she does have a cool look. Can I equip anything else? Nope, that's it. Now you'll see that some monsters actually drop these yellow balls here. These are healing spheres that will heal you, and almost every boss fight has them. So this is kind of just to help you fight the boss or fight the monster that might be a little bit more difficult than usual. Like for example, this guy is tougher than usual monsters. That's why he has a sword above his head, and he does take a little bit longer to kill. But there you go, we just did it. And we got a ring for killing him. Yay! Rings are usually the most common item you'll find in this game, and they're kind of exciting to find. Usually they'll have a random stats on them as well. So I do love finding rings. But yeah, this is Cryomancer in a nutshell. I am really shocked at my style right now. My actual physical appearance, but you know what? It's just fun. I kind of like what she looks like. And those shorts are killing it. Anyway, so let's get to the boss.
Destroy the factory. Then I'll have to leave now. You must remain and make sure everything goes as planned. You can hold your own against a couple of immortals, and that will suffice. Be glad. It is an honorable death.
And there we go. This is the final boss, and
there can be only one victor, and it will be me.
And this guy is actually not very easy.
I can keep summoning.
I think I have to deactivate these. I remember actually this fight took me forever the first time I was playing, and it's not very easy actually. Destroy these things first. Use space. Deactivate. and then go to the next one.
Is that all you can do?
No, I can also do this.
You cannot conquer death. That won't help you. You can't stop me. You will pay for that. It's too late. You cannot conquer death.
Alright, so there we go. We finished our last boss, and it took me about maybe 10 or so minutes to finish this. I got my reward of 35 blue points and 21 normal points. So essentially this is what I can use now to advance my character and skills. And to do that, I go back into this tree, which will actually, as you progress through the game, will actually become a much larger tree, and choose the next ability I would like to unlock. So here, so it requires 50 red points, it requires 50 blue points. Hey, bonus luck. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, I can't, wait, I need to do this first. The green points, I don't have any green points, so I can't really unlock this. And I think this is already unlocked. Is it? No, it's not. No, it's not. There we go, that is my first unlock. This was Icy Comet, and this is Ice Statue. So these are two different skills I can now equip using the newly unlocked points. So there we go. I now have two new skills. One is called Icy Comet, one is called Ice Statue. And these are my abilities I can use in the game. So basically that is how the game works in a nutshell. You go through these missions. If I open the map again, you'll see that there should be new missions. There you go. There's another one here. No, that's the same one. Never mind. There's another one here, I think. No, that's the island. So, okay, so I need to actually progress through the story a little bit before it unlocks new quests for me, new missions. But there's a lot of these that you'll unlock. A lot of them...
You'll be gaining new knowledge much faster now. All thanks to me. I think I've already mentioned that.
Okay, cool. All of them are very unique, very different. Some of them, you know, some of them have something to do with the story. Some of them are completely random. And there's a lot of various levels. You'll see a lot of different monsters you'll fight. So this game is actually pretty cool in that sense. So it's sort of like Vindictus that has been, you know, hit with a complexity stick, where the character classes are, or the class creation or class progression is very, very, very different, and a lot similar to games like Path of Exiles in its complexity than any other MMORPG. So yes, I do like this game. I do enjoy it. I wish it had an open world with, you know, ability to run across the world just like in World of Warcraft. But you know what? Even without it, it's still pretty awesome. And the fact that you can actually, you know, have your own mini goals, strive for some kind of a special skill, a special ability, or try to focus on unlocking a new class, makes this a very, very awesome title. And since it is completely free to play with very, very optional purchases, I kind of, you know, cannot do nothing else but recommend this game. This is an awesome game. Give it a try. Now that it's open beta, you can totally give it a try. You have no excuses not to. It's very light download. It's only about 8 gigs, and it's totally worth it. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been AnTREXon with Skyforge. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.